That's just for me. I'm not gonna sit on it. I already forgot. This was for emergencies, but I'm starting off strong. Oh yeah. So I'm here because my friends nominated me to do this. I'm not entirely sure if they did it because they thought I'd be funny or that it would be funny to see me do this. But either way, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Okay. I've never done stand-up before. I figured this would be a good place to start. Forgetting a lot. I have no experience, but got a lot of practice doing my conversations. I talk a lot. I've never done stand-up because I've always, had like stage fright and stuff. Okay, well, don't ruin my rhythm. Where was I? Okay. The stage fright thing. Okay, yeah, I've always had stage fright, but I've always had a fear of public speaking. But I've kind of, always, I'm always scared all the other times too. I have regular fright, a fear of private speaking too. But the doctors just call that anxiety now. I go to school here. Yeah, that makes sense. I go to school here, but I'm really bad at it.
Me too.
Anyone here think they have a lower GPA than me? No one? Well, you're right. Do you want to hear it? It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
1.7.
Yeah.
I did hear that I'm not allowed to do activities when I'm on probation, so don't tell anyone. But I just heard that from some guy, so I don't know. Okay, this is my favorite part. Just kidding. It's Minnesota. I forget where I started this bit in my head. Oh yeah, I go to school here. It's a dry campus. I was kind of surprised when I came here that everyone just kind of follows that. I don't think I know a single person who has drank here. I'm surprised because I come from Wisconsin, which is where everyone is drunk all the time. Yeah, it's pretty much legal at any age to drink in Wisconsin, and everyone does. Yeah, they base that, it's the drunkest state in the United States, and I'm pretty sure they base that off of drunk driving accidents, which... Is that not funny? I didn't get to the joke, so I wouldn't think it would be. But now I don't want to do it.
Do it! Do it!
Okay. Where was I? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know where I was actually.
Drunk driving.
Oh yeah, drunk driving. Anyway, thanks. So yeah, they do that a lot. But since they base it off of drunk driving accidents, I feel like that's not the full picture. You only really I forgot. I'm gonna move on, I think. Yeah, there's something about just being bad at driving. You know? I don't know. Anyway, they told me I'm not exactly sure what I can and can't say, hence my hesitation with the drunk driving. But I heard during the tech rehearsal they said keep it PG-13. I know that means with movies I get one F word. I'm not gonna use it though, so if any of you want it, you could say it, I guess. I'm high off codeine right now. Let me explain. I'm just kidding. I'm not high off codeine. I'm just on codeine. It was a prescription. During my introduction, they mentioned that I was fresh out of the hospital, and it's because I went to the hospital and then I left. And when I was there, first of all, I went to the hospital because I had a cold, but I had it for 2 weeks, so my friends were a little concerned. They were like, you should go to the hospital, and I said no for a while. But then on Saturday, I went. And because it was a Saturday, the regular clinic wasn't open. So I had to go to the ER, but it wasn't an emergency. And I tried to make that clear when I walked in. I was like, yeah, just if the doctor has any free time, I'd like to see him, I guess. But there was no one there. It wasn't a big deal. Let's continue. Okay, that part. So my friend Josie took me. Thanks. And she was just kind of in the room with me the whole time. I don't know. And she was just like, I was looking at the doctor when he was talking to me, and she was sitting over there, and I was looking this way. And she was just she wasn't really thinking about it. She was just nodding along to whatever he said. And I was listening, and he was like, maybe we could do some lung x-rays to see what they're doing. And then he points at her and was like, yeah, we'll do those lung x-rays. But that's just another bill on my insurance. They didn't find anything. I didn't get the bill though, that's someone else's job. I also got a steroid, they gave me a steroid, I think for my lungs. My friend said that they probably just walked in and saw me and were like, get this guy something. I mean, that was upside down there. Okay, so I had a really bad cough, which was the main thing. I didn't cough in front of the doctors. I didn't want them to think I was sick. But right after a doctor left, I started coughing a lot. And Josie was like, hey, do you want to spit that in the sink just in case they want to see it? And I was like, okay. So I got up and spit a big old glob of mucus into the sink. And then I went back and sat down. Well, I lied down, it was a bed. And then the doctor came back and started talking, and then he left. And I didn't mention it at all. But then I had to cough some more. So I went over to the sink and spit out some more mucus. And I kept not bringing it up every time they walked in. So when I left, she was like, hey, maybe wash the sink out. And I was like, okay. And I did, but it didn't work. There was still a lot of mucus, but I was gone, so. The nurse that gave me the steroid was really excited about steroids. He was like, I think everyone should be getting steroids and stuff. And I was like, I'm fine with the way I look. I don't really need it. Okay.
Woo! Yeah, Jacob!